For more than 4,500 years, the Great Pyramid has stood as one of humanity's greatest engineering achievements. Even today, it continues to challenge historians, engineers, and archaeologists alike. Built during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu, it remained the tallest structure on Earth for nearly 4,000 years. More than 2 million limestone and granite blocks were assembled with astonishing precision. Some of the joints between the stones are so precise that even a thin blade can barely fit between them. But the greatest mystery isn't the finished monument. It's how ancient Egyptians managed to build it in the first place. Archaeologists now possess enough evidence to reconstruct much of the building process step by step. Our story begins with Pharaoh Khufu around 4,500 years ago. At the time, Egypt was one of the world's most organized and prosperous civilizations. A powerful central government could mobilize thousands of skilled workers for an ambitious national project. The chosen construction site overlooked the western bank of the Nile on the Giza Plateau. Beneath the desert surface lay vast deposits of limestone, waiting to be transformed into building blocks. Surveyors carefully planned the pyramid before the first stone was ever removed from the ground. Workers marked each block before cutting it with remarkable accuracy. Copper chisels shaped the softer limestone, while hard dolerite pounding stones broke larger sections free. The work required constant sharpening of tools and an incredible amount of human effort. The beautiful white casing stones came from the famous limestone quarries of Tura. But the strongest granite blocks had to be transported from Aswan, nearly 900 kilometers away. Some of those granite beams weighed more than 70 tons. Moving stones of that size seemed almost impossible. The answer began with Egypt's greatest natural highway, the Nile River. Every year, the annual flood transformed transportation across the kingdom. Boats could carry enormous cargo far more efficiently than overland travel. One archaeological discovery would eventually reveal how this system actually worked. Known as the Diary of Mirror, ancient papyri recorded the transportation of limestone to Giza. The documents describe crews loading stone blocks onto wooden boats traveling through canals connected to the Nile. This is some of the strongest direct evidence ever discovered for pyramid construction. Once the boats reached Giza, the real challenge was only beginning. The stones still had to travel across the desert to the construction site. Ancient Egyptian artwork provides an important clue to how this was accomplished. A famous tomb painting shows hundreds of workers pulling a massive statue on a wooden sledge. One worker is shown pouring water directly onto the sand in front of the sledge. Modern experiments have demonstrated that wet sand significantly reduces friction, making heavy loads easier to pull. What looks like a simple splash of water may have been one of the greatest engineering tricks of the ancient world. Teams of workers pulled the sledges together using thick ropes in carefully coordinated movements. Archaeologists believe organization was just as important as physical strength. Every crew had a specific role, allowing thousands of workers to operate like a single machine. Excavations have uncovered bakeries, workshops, barracks, and even medical facilities near the pyramid site. These discoveries show that the builders were skilled workers supported by a sophisticated supply system. But transporting the stones across the desert was only half of the challenge. The greatest mystery was how millions of blocks were lifted higher and higher as the pyramid grew. Historians have proposed several different solutions, each supported by varying degrees of evidence. One theory suggests a massive straight ramp extending from the ground to the upper levels. While technically possible, such a ramp may have required more material than the pyramid itself. Another proposal uses zigzag ramps wrapping around the outer faces of the monument. This design would reduce the total volume of construction material while allowing workers to reach higher levels. A more recent theory suggests that part of the ramp may have been built inside the pyramid itself. According to this idea, workers move blocks through an internal spiral corridor hidden within the structure. Although intriguing, no definitive archaeological evidence has confirmed this theory. Some engineers instead believe simple wooden levers helped raise the blocks one level at a time. Small lifts repeated thousands of times could eventually carry stones to remarkable heights. It may not sound impressive, but simple machines can accomplish extraordinary tasks when used repeatedly. Whatever method was used, every block had to be positioned with astonishing precision. The pyramid's base is level to within only a few centimeters across more than 200 meters. Its four sides are aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal directions. Historians believe ancient surveyors may have used the stars to achieve this remarkable accuracy. Deep inside the monument, enormous granite beams protect the king's chamber from the immense weight above. Even today, these engineering solutions continue to impress structural experts. The Great Pyramid was not built through magic, but through careful planning, skilled labor, and remarkable engineering. Yet despite everything we have learned, the Great Pyramid still refuses to reveal all of its secrets. Modern technology is allowing archaeologists to explore the monument in ways the ancient builders could never have imagined. Instead of digging through the stone, scientists can now scan the pyramid using high-energy cosmic particles called muons. These scans revealed a massive hidden space above the Grand Gallery, now known as the Big Void. Its exact purpose remains unknown, and archaeologists continue to investigate what it may have been used for. According to researchers, there is still no definitive evidence explaining why this enormous chamber exists. Every new discovery reminds us that the Great Pyramid is still an active archaeological mystery. What once seemed impossible is gradually being explained through archaeology, engineering, and modern science. The evidence suggests that the pyramid was not the product of lost civilizations or supernatural technology. Instead, it reflects the extraordinary abilities of thousands of skilled Egyptian workers working together over decades. Every quarry mark, every tool, and every newly discovered papyrus helps complete another piece of the puzzle. But many questions remain unanswered, ensuring that research on the Great Pyramid is far from over. Future discoveries may completely reshape our understanding of how this incredible monument was constructed. That is exactly what makes the Great Pyramid one of the most fascinating engineering achievements in human history. For more than 45 centuries, it has survived earthquakes, invasions, and the relentless passage of time. And it still stands today, inspiring scientists, engineers, and millions of visitors from around the world. Perhaps the greatest lesson of the Great Pyramid is that extraordinary achievements do not always require extraordinary technology. Sometimes they are built through knowledge, organization, persistence, and generations of skilled craftsmanship. The more we learn about ancient Egypt, the more remarkable its people become. And perhaps the biggest surprise is that the real story is even more impressive than the myths. Historians continue to debate some details of the construction process, but the archaeological evidence grows stronger every year. Each excavation and scientific study brings us one step closer to understanding how this colossal monument became a reality. The Great Pyramid reminds us that curiosity drives discovery just as much today as it did thousands of years ago. There is still much to uncover beneath the sands of Egypt, and every discovery has the potential to rewrite history. The impossible construction may not be impossible after all. It may simply be one of humanity's greatest success stories. If you enjoyed uncovering the engineering secrets behind the Great Pyramid, you're going to love the mysteries we'll explore next. Subscribe for more documentary-style journeys into the incredible world of ancient Egypt. Leave a comment with your favorite theory about how the Great Pyramid was built. Do you think archaeologists already have the answer, or is the greatest discovery still waiting beneath the stones? Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next journey into ancient Egypt. Until then, keep exploring history, because the past still has many secrets left to reveal. Every stone has a story, and every discovery brings us closer to the truth. The Great Pyramid remains a timeless symbol of human ambition and ingenuity. Its legacy continues to inspire new generations of historians, engineers, and explorers. And perhaps the next breakthrough will finally answer one of history's greatest questions. Until that day, the Great Pyramid will remain one of the world's most extraordinary mysteries. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe to support more history content.